Okay, Bobby, I have 4 bold predictions from Jon Machota in The Athletic on what we could see on draft night. Tell me which one of these 4 you think is most likely to actually happen.
Let's do it.
They'll trade up in the first or second round. Dallas will not draft a defensive player in the first 3 rounds. They'll draft a running back who will eventually become their starter. Or Dallas will draft Tyron Smith's heir apparent.
Ooh, I think the least likely of those is that they get Tyron's heir apparent, just because they'd need the board to fall a certain way, or I think they'd really have to go up. But I do think that trading up is a possibility. I absolutely think they're going to draft a running back who, try and find another Tony Pollard somewhere in the mid-rounds that could potentially kind of take over here in a year with Zeke and, Zeke likely being out and Pollard's deal running out. I wouldn't be stunned if they didn't draft a defensive player in the first 3 rounds. I still think the 3rd round is the sweet spot to make that happen for them, where they could maybe find some edge rusher help. But overall, I think that those are pretty solid. Also, and I mean, we've talked about that in recent days, the idea of a trade-up, which, Brian, you'll like this. We were sitting there yesterday. Hellman joined us for a good hour and a half in the studio, which was fun. We got to talk to him
you're not going to get that hour and a half back.
No, it was great, though. We sat there and just shot the breeze and talked football, and I tried to run by him this theory we're working on about them trading up, and he's like, I don't know about that. And, I kind of said, but hey, like the fact that they're not bringing any second rounders really into the visit list, like, isn't that an indication maybe that they don't think they're going to have a second round pick? And he actually stopped and thought, and he's like, well, I hadn't thought about it like that. He's like, that is weird now that you mention it. And so I think we're starting to pick up steam here. Nice. Me, Machota, I think you can map out a realistic scenario where maybe there is a trade up in the first round.
It was funny because I was on with the Giants guys, John Smilk of Giants.com today doing stuff, talking, and the Giants are looking for tackles and they're looking for cornerbacks. And, he was running through, he was asking me, okay, which is the best of the right tackles? Which is the best? Who would you play at left tackle? Who would, to me, the only reason why you would trade up, the only reason I don't think it's for, usually you talk about quarterbacks and stuff like that, but it was just one of those tackles fell. That would be the only reason I think you would trade up. And when you start
Penning or Cross.
Yeah, when you start to talk about do you get Tyron Smith's replacement, it would be, well, one of the questions was would you see him trade up? That's how it's like 2 questions in one. It's like, yes, you trade up, and yes, you draft Tyron's replacement. That's kind of how I think
unless if you got a Kyle Hamilton or a Kayvon Thibodeau sliding to 16, 17, would you want to go up and get him there? Because
that's a safety and edge, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I would go up. I'd go up 7, 8 spots to get those guys.